Welcome to Cocktails and Castoffs at Home.
Hello!
My name is Sarah Koch. I'm the founder and executive director for DIG, or Development and Gardening, and I am joining you here tonight with the lovely Madison James, who has been our event MC in Atlanta for the last 3 years.
Yes.
She is a fitness, lifestyle, fashion maven, and is so much better on camera than me. Thank goodness.
We're having fun, Sarah. We're having fun.
You're having fun. This is me sweating. But I'm so glad that she's here, and we are hopefully going to give you a good evening about bringing this event to your living room, your kitchen, your table. We're really excited to share with you because 2020 changed some things.
It's been a crazy year. COVID, we're in the middle of a pandemic, not really being able to get out as much as we would like and travel as much as we would like. But the cool thing about this, right? So let's look at the positive, is that we're all coming together. So those of you in Atlanta have seen me before. What's up, peeps? But I'm so happy to see everyone on the West Coast and all throughout the country that support DIG. And that's the positive thing that's happened with this pandemic and COVID-19 is for the first time, Sarah, everyone's able to come together as a community.
We're all together. Right? And not only that, we're able to bring you guys a little bit to our gardens in Africa, which we've never been able to do before. The last couple weeks, we've been sending local film teams out into our countries, into the communities where we're working to capture footage and make stories to share with you. We've never been able to do that. So we're all just kind of coming together.
And our goal here tonight is to raise $150,000. We're currently right now just under $110,000. And you're going to hear me. I'm sorry. My bad. Newsflash. We're at $110,000 already.
Yes.
Woo-woo. Okay. All right. I'm hyped. Let me focus. You guys can continue to text donations. John Snyder, thank you so much for the $1,000 donation. We so appreciate it.
You're going to get that matched by Gap, right? I know you are. I know you, John.
Look at Sarah getting the money. Getting the money.
Going to match that.
You guys can text your donations to 44321. That's 44321. You can text your donations. On the right-hand side, you guys will notice on the right-hand side, there's different levels to donate. In case you're curious to go, what does my donation do? It's right there on the side, and we'll tell you too throughout this evening what those donations do as well. Don't forget, if you are having a group of people over, take those pictures. We want to see it. We want to share with everyone, with our community. Make sure you do hashtag cocktails and castoffs, and you can do that at Reap Life Dig. That's on the IG. Kids, Reap Life Dig. Just make sure you tag us so we can see your pictures and share your pictures too. And there's also a link to the after party. Yeah, I said after party. After party below. So we're gonna have just a lot of fun tonight and raise money and let you guys see the great things that DIG is doing.
And before we get started, there's a few people I want to thank. Our sponsors, Saint Germain, Captain Notepad, who has been one of our printers forever, Jason David out in Denver. Also Trinity Anglican, who I had no idea what we were doing when we said we were going to do a live streamed production. And then I learned, there's a lot of equipment involved in that. And Trinity Anglican Church here in Atlanta showed up and donated all of the equipment that we needed. So thank you so to much. Marshall Protzman and Zach for running that equipment and putting this event together. So thank you guys so much. A big thanks to David Tauster out in LA, who helped me for the last, let's just say he's been working with me for the last 6 months, but he's one of our board members and has helped put all of this together. Thank you, David Tauster.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
So much. Beth Pan and David Perry for opening up your beautiful kitchen for us to
take
over. Yeah. Christina Dana and Heather Troutman, who jumped in at the last minute to fill in the gaps, and my parents and my husband, David McMahon. Thank you guys so much for always showing up, and thanks to this amazing woman for standing next to me tonight.
I'm here to have fun. Got to shout out another one real quick. Jace, thank you so much for the $300 donation. We appreciate you so much, and we've had over 300 people donate.
Yeah, well over
and it's
300
still,
homes.
yeah, it's still building.
Yeah, so this campaign will remain live through the end of the year, but hopefully we can get it accomplished tonight. So just to give you guys a quick overview on DIG, since some of you I know are new to this work, you're going to get a lot of stories from the field, but just so you hear from me, we are an organization. We're a small, scrappy organization here in the States, but we work in 3 countries, Kenya, Uganda, and Senegal currently. And what we do is we prioritize uniquely vulnerable groups of people. And what I mean by that are people living with physical disabilities, the elderly, people with climate refugees, we would call them. We work a lot with people living with HIV, and these are the margins of the margins, the ultra poor, and we use gardens to design solutions for them to implement for their own homes and their own families to address their nutrition, food security, and income, and get them to a point where they can go on without us and access other opportunities. So you're going to get some much better stories from the field than I can say it. You're going to get to see it here in a little bit, but I am excited to start this. So
I am too.
I
What's
think
the
we
best
should-
way to do it?
I think we should start with a cocktail.
Sarah feels like she needs a couple because she's had to do this live.
This is not my scene.
You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. You're doing
But the
amazing.
person to give us a cocktail is
Yes.
Tiffany Barrier, who is the drinking coach. She has been making no waste cocktails for DIG for the last 6 years for our Atlanta event. And she, as we like to say, been pouring her heart out for DIG. And she has a beautiful cocktail to share with us tonight. So hopefully you had a chance to stock your bar and you have everything on hand. Get your lemons, get your Perrier, get that Saint Germain ready, and let's take it to Tiffany for us to get that cocktail going.
Let's go.
Hi everyone, I'm Tiffany Barrier, the drinking coach here in Atlanta, and I'm so excited to make a fantastic cocktail with you. I've always loved making great cocktails with DIG, and the fun part is no waste, and that's exactly what this cocktail will do with the whole lemon and of course a little alcohol. So we're going to take our entire lemon. The skins of the lemon has a lot of oil inside, and that oil will give us some great flavor in our cocktail. And we're just going to peel that skin right off with a veggie peeler. Please be careful. We want to get all those skins off, and we're going to toss them right into our glass. Once we've peeled our entire lemon, we are going to cut it in half. And now we get to squeeze it directly into our glass. Use those muscles. Don't worry about the seeds, it's A-okay. The entire lemon goes inside. Juicy and fun. Smells great. And if you are using if you have a compost pile at home, great time to toss that extra lemon in there, that leftover. Or you can toss this lemon directly into your sink, and that will be a great deodorizer and get rid of any other bacteria in the sink. So we've got some lemon juice down there and the lemon peel, super, super bright. And now, let's get those paws clean. And now, our maid of honor, our good Saint Germain. Saint Germain has beautiful floral notes that go inside, and it's a nice liqueur, which will bring some sweetness. We are going to add 1.5 ounces, which those that have the small bottle, that's the whole thing. We just made a beautiful lemonade in of sorts, fresh lemon and elderflower. Add a few ice cubes. And top with soda. Give her a stir if you can, just so that soda can mix with the beautiful elderflower and lemon. And cheers to you and to an amazing event. Enchanté! Hi everyone, I'm Tiffany.
Cheers.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Isn't this a cool, like, glass?
This is
This is a
Saint
cool
Germain
glass.
So good. So refreshing. And what could be better than a drink for 2020 than lemons into lemonade?
Got that right.
Goodness knows. So great.
And don't forget too, because it goes back to, dig and being resourceful. If you have any scraps from making your little cocktail and you thought you were Tiffany for a second, these are great to be used to put down the garbage disposal to freshen up. And also you can use it if you're composting, right?
Yep.
So keep that in mind. All right. We're not wasting anything
or you
tonight.
Can throw this, your cinnamon stick, in a little potpourri thing and boil it on the stove.
Ooh, fancy,
fancy,
Sarah.
It'll be good. So we're really, like I mentioned before, we're really excited to be able to transport you to our 3 countries and get some stories from the field. And I want to do a big shout out to our program team leads, Gloria, Olivia, and Salam, who got a phone call from us again, like, hey guys, you know how you're working so hard to pivot in the time of COVID in the field and all of that. Now, can you also find a film crew and take them out to the field safely and get that footage back to us so that we can produce some videos in about 4 weeks? Can you do that? And then we were like, hey, Marshall and Dylan, can you also take that footage and turn it into a movie to share? And everybody said yes, and they did a great job. I'm excited to share that with you. My favorite part, though, was Uganda, when we did not get the Uganda footage. And we were like, where's the Uganda footage? We need the Uganda footage. We know they were out there. And then we got a picture from Gloria on a Saturday morning that was like, the Uganda footage is in video cassette tape. And we were like, oh,
okay.
So we figured it out. And you will have a story from Uganda by the skin of our teeth. So let's go to Uganda.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, sorry, Kenya. Kenya. We're going to Kenya.
We're going to Kenya.
Kenya,
which is
our longest running program.
Yes.
Good place to start. Gotta love Kenya.
An nyinga Grace Akoth Otieno, anyar gi masu, to oyud ni nyithindo ngima. Koro koni nyithindo gi nyaka beni giremre chiemo. Koro daktari maduong' nondiko na chiemo mowinjore ame nyithindo. Koro kana aduogo ka, to ling matin to gigochona ni mondo akaw nyithindo adhi go Marindi. Koro Marindi kanyo ema nodhi omigi mogo mar nyuka. Mosebedo kancha naruonegi. Koro nyaka gichak tiyo gi mok nyukani. Aneno ka gin gi lokruok. Aneno ka lokruok gin go malach. Koro ncha sebedo ka sika adoka Marindi no gine bang' dwe ka bang' dwe. Timiyo gi mogo mar nyukani.
DIG's Priority Household Program partners with local clinics and hospitals to support communities with high rates of malnutrition. Families like Grace's will be prescribed the DIG program, where they receive specialized trainings in agriculture and nutrition to improve the health and development of their loved ones.
Vascoro mamma mi rotte il via con me di città ma di la ca ma i temi intendo che non devono alle marginali basically quello ne daghi non tiro cada daghi ne se tiro che
Chiemo mamiyo gi sani upogore nikech alote moko kone ok anyal yudo. To koro gi sani to koro aneno ka alote go ero ayudo ma amiyogi. Koro ambe agwero kamano kuom lema godo ka mondo une nyithindo mosebedo ka umiyo gik mabeyo. Aduoko erokamano maduong'. Ero kamano.
DIG believes that by investing in our children's health, we are building the next generation of thriving communities.
One of the bigger programs that we have in Kenya is our Priority Household Program, which we started out as a pilot a couple years ago and realized how important it was. Basically, the local hospital prescribes the DIG program to the children who have been diagnosed at the hospital level as malnourished. And then we, with our mentor mothers and our local facilitators, design gardens to address their unique needs and what they're lacking in their diet. And it's a really, really important program that a lot of the money that we'll raise here tonight will allow us to continue. Since the COVID, where markets were shut down and transportation was interrupted, there's been a huge uptick in cases of malnutrition for the kids, particularly in Kenya, but in all the countries we're working. And so a lot of the donations that you're giving tonight will allow us to expand that work around our priority households. So I think we wanted to give a couple shout outs.
Yes, we do.
Oh, wow.
First, this shout out, we're at $114,576 so far in what we've only been here like 10 minutes. I'm really feeling this right now. Don't forget to keep texting to donate. You can text 44321. That's 44321. We've got some people who want to shout out. Thank you everyone for joining tonight first. We appreciate you guys. Amy Cunningham out in Southern California.
At her avocado farm. You can send me more avocados and passion fruit anytime.
Put me on that list.
I'm ready.
I'm sorry, just
So
take you
good.
back to that.
She sent me avocados and passion fruit at the beginning of the pandemic, and it was like just such a gift to open that box and smell it. It was so good.
And we've got Lanny Vincent. Did I say that right?
One of my mentors. Thank you, Lanny.
Awesome.
You've already given. Thank you so much.
And then Jen.
Jen Whalen, who just moved to Alabama. I promise we're going to see you guys soon. Jen and Adam, thank you guys.
We really appreciate you guys. And again, if you're just now tuning in and trying to figure out what's going on, hey, we're having a party. Number two, we're raising money for DIG to keep it going. They're doing some amazing work in Kenya, Uganda, Senegal. And on that right-hand side, people are like, what are those numbers? Well, those numbers will let you know what your donations get.
Yeah,
you know what I
there's
mean?
suggested
how it
giving
helps.
levels. You can give anything.
We'll take anything.
Anything that you give.
If you want to give more, we'll take that too.
Yeah. It's $5,000 to start a garden. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And our goal tonight, by the way, is $150,000. And we are inching closer and closer to that. We would love to get to our goal by the end of the night tonight.
Yeah. And one of my favorite things about Cocktails and Castoffs when we get to do it in person is starting to make a connection about our food here and the story of our food and how that impacts our farmers abroad and how it impacts our climate. And so basically, our food system is broken. And if we didn't know that before the pandemic, I think we all know that now when we all ran to the grocery stores back in March and found the store shelves empty.
Yes.
The sustainability of our food system is just, it's not sustainable. And what DIG is trying to do, both in the story of food waste here, but also in the story of our work abroad, is start to repair and restore that system. So to tell the story of our part in that, we have an amazing chef from Denver, Colorado, Katrina Brink of the Empowered Kitchen, who has designed a no-waste meal for us tonight, a sustainable meal. And hopefully a lot of you got the viewing guide and took a look at that. Some of you, we saw pictures on social media. Some of you have chosen to make that meal already. But she is going to visit and chat with us a little bit about how we can start putting more sustainable practices in our regular cooking. So I'm excited to hear from Katrina.
So the reason I've chosen some of these ingredients tonight are because they relate directly to the work that we do in the DIG gardens in Eastern and Western Africa. DIG gardens are designed to address food security, nutrition, and income. And so each vegetable in the DIG garden has a specific purpose for supporting farmers to thrive. Well, that's why I chose to make these sweet potato street tacos. There's several reasons, because they have sweet potatoes, which are a great source of vitamin A, and also kale or any kind of good leafy green that you would like to use, because those are high in folate and iron, really good for your brain health. Sweet potatoes are important because it's a traditional African staple, but often they grow white fleshed sweet potatoes instead of orange fleshed sweet potatoes. There's a lot of research and work going on to encourage people to grow this more nutrient-rich variety of yellow fleshed or orange fleshed sweet potatoes, so they get that great vitamin A that's so important for good nutrition. So bon appetit, and most of all, thank you so much for your support of the life-changing DIG gardens.
I can't wait to eat them after this is over.
I know. I've already. This meal was really accessible to make, and it's really delicious. We plated a lovely compilation of what she shared, and the resources are all on DIG's website, so you can go and find the recipe if you haven't found it already. But what I love about Katrina is that she demystifies sustainable cooking. She makes it really simple. She uses ingredients that are really healthy and nutritious. And what I really like, the meal that she showed with us tonight, she featured a lot of the produce that we grow in some of our gardens. For example, I'm going to give you, because she talked a lot about the sweet potatoes, but
Yes.
she also featured cilantro, which we grow a ton of in Kenya. It's actually one of the income generating crops that we focus on. People love cilantro in Kenya, and it can sell really well in the market. And so one of those giving levels that you see on the side is $300 for a farm, to start a farm business. A lot of the farmers that we work with not only go on to produce a garden that takes care of their food security and nutrition, but the whole point is to also make it sustainable for them. And people are motivated by income. And so our farmers go on to sell that excess produce or pick crops to sell in the market to make money. And it costs DIG about $300 to help them start a farm stall. And a lot of our farmers start, and their income from their gardens around $150 a week. And by the time they've graduated, they're making around $5 a week. That's a year after they've finished and are doing their own thing independent of DIG.
And they're also helping out their community and tribe. That's the cool thing since being with DIG 3 years and watching the growth and seeing that when, you know, individuals learn certain skills, they're passing it along. That's the cool part about it.
And when you flood a market, we have farmers that will, sell regularly in the market, and people that will go just to their stalls because it's organic. We don't talk about, we don't teach chemicals. We don't promote fertilizers that
as
aren't
it should be.
Yeah,
That's the way it should be.
totally.
Real quick though, as you guys are enjoying your sweet potato tacos, if you were looking for more ideas, just kind of how you're thinking, like now it's got people thinking like, you know, maybe I do need to make a change. You know, maybe I should use all my food. You can actually check her out. You can go to her Instagram, Empowered Kitchen. So you can check it out and get more ideas.
She's doing some really fun holiday cooking classes, which I love this, being all virtual in this time of the pandemic. She's actually encouraging families to meet together on a Zoom and do a cooking class with her so they can make a meal together even though they're separated. I think that's such a great idea for the holidays. So check her out for sure.
And we got to shout out our cocktail queen though, Tiffany at The Drinking Coach. So again, like we've said this from the beginning, this is about family, right? Community, everyone coming together on the East Coast, on the West Coast. Please tag DIG because we want to see the pictures. Do the hashtag cocktails and castoffs at Reap Life Dig. We want to see everything so we can share and show everyone what's going on. And don't forget this link will be available too. For you to share with others and go, hey, come over to my house. Let me show you what DIG is doing. Here's how you can help.
You'll be able to find it, I'm sure, on our social media afterwards, but you'll also find it on our brand new website. We had a team of amazing volunteers redesign our website. So if you didn't already know, we have a new URL. It is just so easy to remember because it is dig.org. So go to dig.org after this, and at some point in the next couple of days, we'll get this link up and you can check it out and pass it along to others.
Real quick, thank you guys for coming in. I want to shout out Jim Wheeler. We appreciate your donation.
One of our hosts, thank you guys.
And
Tony Behill.
Thank you.
Out in Denver.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tony. I know you made that meal today. Thank you so much. I think we want to go to Uganda next.
Yes.
Uganda is...
This is one of my favorite places. Can I tell you that?
It's a really special place. We work in the southwest part of Uganda in the mountains. So think about gorillas in the mist, because right alongside where our gardens is the impenetrable forest, and it is literally where Gorillas in the Mist was filmed. So this is a very rugged landscape. You cannot imagine how hard it is to farm on the sides of these mountains. So be sure when you're watching the film to take note of some of the challenges our farmers have to deal with, growing on very steep slopes. Their walk to water, people have to walk a great deal. So in Uganda, it's critically important that we conserve our resources and are very thoughtful about how we design our gardens. We have to maximize every drop of water. We have to think about soil erosion, and we have to be really smart for the communities that we work with. And these communities represent some of our most vulnerable. So enjoy watching the film, and we'll talk a little bit more about them in a minute.
This is Price and her son Benjamin. At 1.5 years old, his eyesight began to deteriorate. When taken to the clinic, he was diagnosed with malnutrition.
nazaga muko mu Rwanda mu Katari.
When the DIG program was prescribed for Benjamin's malnutrition, Price was one of the first in her community to join.
Kenda ngo mbikore ntema mani ngume ndabone imboga zo kugaburira umwana.
Seeing her success, many others in the community have come to her to learn. DIG brings communities together. Price has been able to feed her family nourishing meals with the food she now harvests from her garden, and Benjamin's eyesight continues to improve. The DIG program has also created economic opportunities for Price as she now sells her excess produce at the market.
Benjamin ararya imboga buri zuba kandi nkahinga biturutu nabonamo imitwaro 5 enturana ndaguza buri sande eshwiga ndaguza buri kimwe cyuna n'ubutungu nafuna mentama imitwaro 2.
This is Irette, part of Mkungu Batwa Group. Formerly referred to by the derogatory term pygmies, the Batwa are a uniquely stigmatized community. Discrimination has limited opportunities for them and keeps them in a cycle of poverty.
Bina icyo nakikumbire abantu twatutaga ko mu gashiga kusaka yemboga imboga bakazitwima twaenda no kugurayo bakatuhenda ngo nati impinduko iriho.
Before DIG, Irette relied on day labor. When she was unable to find work, her 6 children would go hungry. Development in gardening has partnered with the Batwa since 2016, training them to grow gardens to become healthy and self-reliant.
Babaliza turabatenda turabatwabasituru kubasemerera ikonga bizi. Nyabwo kutukorera birungi. Pinduka yandebireho ni kureba twatukwataga kasete muri bya bimbo byo tugurire byo tuhingire. Bada kugura imboga mu Katari. Ndikusomeza nje mboga katekera abana banje bakajya kunjya tubanyirira. Nyempinduka iri.
What an amazing story. That's why Uganda is one of my favorite countries since being a part of DIG, seeing the tremendous work that you all are doing there and the empowerment that it's giving to the tribe. That to me is really, really what is telling to see mothers who weren't having income now have income and have a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose, which we all need. We all need that.
And particularly, like I mentioned before, the communities in Uganda are some of our most vulnerable. So there we're working with the Batwa, who are highly stigmatized and have really lacked opportunities for a whole variety of reasons. So to see Irette selling produce to people that wouldn't even give her vegetables before is, I can't even tell you how transformative that is. And then we work a lot with people living with physical disabilities. And I mean, I have spent some time in this region of Uganda, and it is no joke walking through those mountains. So imagining how somebody who is maybe in a wheelchair or has trouble walking to just navigate that space, let alone learn that there's ways that they can actually farm and then sell that produce and make an income. The farmer that inspired our work with people with physical disabilities is named Levy. And Lanny, you remember me talking about him. He just is so close to my heart because he taught us that we could adapt our program for a community that I never knew could do this work. And now that's influencing what we're doing in Senegal. And it's really powerful. And it's our ability to do that, to adapt and actually take on projects like people living with physical disabilities in Uganda is from donors like you. You know, we went to Uganda because we got a very generous grant from Dining for Women, but we were there to work with women Batwa women. We were not there to work with people living with disabilities, but it was individual donors like you who gave us unrestricted resources to be able to respond, that allowed us to learn that we actually have an amazing program that can impact people that we never even thought we could.
Exactly.
So, huge thanks.
And we are over $120,000, so we're inching closer to our goal. Our goal tonight is 150. We'll take more than that too, so we're not going to stop.
It will all just
at 150.
Let us do more.
So make sure you text the word DIG to 44321. Again, that's text the word DIG to 44321 to do those donations for us. We really appreciate it. Give an example, like $50 could be a tool set.
$50 is tools.
You know,
that
we
come
have
from
different
there.
levels for everybody, different levels for everyone.
And a big thanks to George Scharfenberger and Brent Soper and Tilden Nordum for your gifts just recently. Very generous, amazing. Thank you guys. Just to give you a concept, I had mentioned this before, but about the cost of one community garden is $5,000, and that allows us to reach roughly 30 farmers. And then you have to think like that garden that they learn to grow and continue to grow independent of DIG goes on to impact their family. So one garden will have a pretty big impact on 200 lives, and that's $5,000. So I don't know if you could break it down in different levels if you want to give
if you're having
a fifth
party,
of it.
If you're having a party and there's more than one person,
come together. Mac
together.
and Amy love to do I'll do a half a garden, you do a half a garden.
Yes.
Not to throw you out there.
Yes, or you know what? Here's an idea too. In the times that we're in, and you're talking about like $5,000 to do a garden, COVID impacted us, and it also impacted the communities over in Africa too as well. And on the flip side with the grocery stores, they have the same issues just like we did, grocery stores being closed, but it's a little bit harder in Africa to have access to those things. And some of the DIG community, they were able to feed, people came to them.
When you think about like Arette, who we just saw, she was a day laborer. She was basically working for potatoes. And now she is filling that gap that was revealed in all of its ugliness during the pandemic. When markets were shut down, you couldn't get produce. Arette was there, and I think the resilience of our farmers to not only be able to provide for themselves but go on and provide for their communities that's an amazing thing. It's huge. It's huge. That would not be possible. Also, another giving level I want to shout out is the $1,000 level. You see me here in the States. I am my hands are not dirty in the field. We have an amazing team of all host country nationals in each country where we work. Most of the local facilitators that we have employed are people who graduated through our program. So our program goes on to actually become a leadership opportunity for a lot of people. And they're the ones doing the adaptations of our work in the ground, working with their communities. They're the ones that know the local language. They're the ones that know how to teach in the countries, the culture, all of that. To hire one local facilitator for a year costs only like $1,000. And that facilitator can train around 100 people in a year. So for $1,000, you can keep people employed, which we were committed to. We are always committed to, definitely through the pandemic, but continue to employ these amazing farmers and graduates of our program, and make sure that we have the resources to spread the seeds much further than we already are.
And then over the course of a year, that impacts 500 lives.
Yeah, one facilitator can train around 100 people in a year, and that impacts the lives of about 500 people total.
And we've got some more. Thank you so much for your donations. We appreciate it. Ryan Craven, did I say that right?
Ryan Crane, one of our mixologists from Denver. Thank you, Ryan. And Eric and Brent out in Sacramento. It sounds like we only need $25,000 more to reach our goal tonight. So
we can get 25 people. 25. I'm going to break this down for you. 25 people at $1,000. We've hit our goal.
That would be amazing.
See, if 25 people, or if we can do 50 people, and you can break that up.
Bill Collison, you need to call Kyle Poyser on the phone right now. I know you love to do it. You know you're going to do it. You should do it right now. You and Kyle, get on it. Well, no, really, only if you're comfortable.
No pressure, right, Sarah? But any amount, though, seriously, any amount, we do appreciate it because it's helping us reach our goal. If you have not been moved by these videos, you're actually seeing the work. That's one thing. You're seeing where your dollars are going. You're seeing how it is impacting lives, empowering people. You know what I mean? Helping women. It's in the States. It's a little different than it is over in Africa and other countries and other third world countries. How women are placed on the scale, and to give them a sense of purpose, to give them a sense of empowerment, to be able to feed their family. That is amazing. And one of the videos, I don't know if we've seen that one yet, I might get in trouble or ahead of myself, but the mother is able to, with the money from the garden, to be able to give her child a sheep.
Yeah.
It's equivalent to a dog, but those things, you know, as
Prize gave
parents.
Benjamin a sheep. It's his own sheep. Like,
Yeah, it's his own sheep.
It's a big deal. This little kid loves this sheep.
But think
and
as
it's a big
parents,
deal that he has
you
that.
know, how if you can get something small for your child that you know your child really wants, imagine being able to do that through the help of you all, being able to provide for families. And like we talked about, we take it for granted what we're doing over here in the States. We have access to grocery stores and all different ways to get food, even though we do have some food insecurities here. But COVID really, really showed how important it is for our farmers. And it's the same over in the countries that DIG is working with. So your donations are really helping with that. So if you can, like I said, any amount, we appreciate it. Just text the word DIG.
$100 is roughly the cost of a home garden to make sure that one of our farmers has everything they need to take the learning from the community site back home. And what's cool about the home garden is our studies have shown, our assessments have shown that for every $100 we invest in a farmer and their home garden, they're able to earn or save roughly $300 in a year. And a lot of them, a lot more. Tilden and Michelle, you remember when we were in Kenya, we got to meet Sabina, who's making $60 a week selling cilantro and kale and sweet potatoes to the local market. So a lot of our farmers go way above and beyond, but on average, our farmers make or save roughly $300 a year for a $100 investment.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Lane?
Yes, but the other part,
3,000. Oh my gosh.
away.
We're only 3,000 away?
No.
Oh wait,
3,000
3,000 away from 130.
Oh, we got super excited. We're still excited about that.
Thank you.
We are almost there. It goes 150. We appreciate you guys. Also, real quick, you've heard Sarah talk about all the things that DIG is doing. And at the after party, which will be after this, if you have questions, after the pandemic is over, after the bans lift, you will have an opportunity to go over to Africa. So if you want to know more about what they're doing, please stick around for the after party. We'll also have board members to talk to you, to answer questions.
Katrina will be there to talk about cooking at home. Yeah.
And then Sarah will answer all your questions. You might see me eating the tacos, but you know, I'm going to be here.
DIG loves a good after party.
Well, I said, let's go to your favorite place.
Yeah,
This
I want
is
to say my
Sarah's
favorite. I want to say my favorite, but
it's deep. It's very important to you.
My roots are, in Senegal, which is where DIG started, and we spent over a decade away from Senegal, and we are now back, and we're really excited about the work that we're doing there. So let's go to Senegal and see what they've been up to.
The first DIG garden was planted in Senegal over a decade ago, and we are thrilled to be back. In one of DIG's HIV support groups in Ziga, the bond the women have formed is incredible. Even though most of them now have home gardens, they continue to show up here week after week to encourage and support one another. They not only feed their families, they sell their excess produce and use the income to send their children to school. When COVID-19 hit, families were barred from visiting loved ones in the hospital. Since the responsibility of feeding patients falls to their families, the women of the garden rallied and began supplying meals for the clinic patients and staff. DIG incorporated Braille and sensory instruction into its program, and the students aged 13 to 50 began to grow their garden.
Bon, avant DIG, on ne produisait absolument rien dans cette école. On avait l'idée, mais par manque de moyens, on n'a pas pu créer ce jardin. C'est pour vous dire que du côté pédagogique, c'est très important parce que nos enfants ne voient à travers leurs mains, leurs doigts. Et le fait de toucher et dans le désherbage du jardin, pédagogiquement, ça nous a beaucoup apporté.
Not just for teaching, theirs is a real community garden filled with laughter. It provides nutritious food and the potential for future income.
Et nous essayons de développer certaines activités pour montrer aux autres que vraiment le malvoyant ou le non-voyant peut travailler comme le voyant. Oui, nous sommes très satisfaits de la collaboration parce que quand on faisait les travaux au préalable, toute l'équipe était mobilisée pour nous aider.
Based on this success, DIG now looks to partner with other schools serving people with disabilities in Senegal and elsewhere.
Amazing again, so amazing.
That Senegal, for those of you who know me and know that I started in Peace Corps there, and that was really the place where Steve Bollinger and I had the idea to start DIG. This means so much to be able to go back there 14 years later, and I kind of want to share that a lot of the farmers that we trained all those years ago are still growing. When we came down to Ziguinchor, I know she said it Zig, but Ziguinchor. They're still there and they're growing together as a group. And not only that, some of the farmers that we trained over a decade ago are now our local facilitators. So that is incredible to see. And our Senegal group is doing amazing. In a year, they have been able to sell a lot of their excess produce because when COVID hit, all of the markets shut down and you could not. Ziguinchor is a urban center, so most of the people there are not farming. Their relatives are farming out in the country, but they're not farming. And so when COVID hit, the markets shut down. You could not find produce. You could not find produce except for the DIG gardens and at our farmers' homes. And so they showed up to serve their community, and you could actually call a number and get one of the DIG farmers to take their excess produce to them, and they have been able to save almost $6,000 from excess produce sales this year. That's US dollars, which is crazy.
Yes.
So cool. And it means so much to be able to go back to Senegal and to see Salam and what he has done there. It's really powerful. And I love the story of the blind school because, again, it's similar to when we went to work with the Batwa. We came back to Senegal to work with people living with HIV and partner with the clinics in that region, in the region of Ziguinchor. We did not think we were going to be doing schools, working with schools for the blind. And we were able to adapt our program, and now we have curriculum that's literally in Braille. And I never would have imagined that. And to have those students actually identifying crops by touch alone,
that's amazing.
And it shows me how much more I'm not even dreaming big enough of what is possible with this work. So I think we have a donation update. We're over, where are we, Heather? $135,000. This is amazing.
Amazing. And DIG would not be able to do some of the things that they're doing without these donations. Yes, Sarah touched on a little bit earlier, there are grants, but you're able to go beyond the grants.
Yeah,
it
gives us the freedom to respond to where we see the need. So working with people living with disabilities, that was because of you guys. Working with the blind schools, and there are more schools that are already approaching us in Senegal. That would not be possible without donors like you. Rise Against Hunger got us back to Senegal, which was huge. You guys are keeping us there, and you guys are letting us see what more we can do. You're planting the seeds. So thank you so much.
Well, I'm going to challenge you guys right now before we still have a little bit, and we're not done yet. Okay. See if we can raise $5,000, Sarah, in the next 5 minutes. I think that's possible. Sarah, the look on your face can't be that.
She knows. I'm always I hate raising money. Let's put that up.
But out of all the videos that we've seen, we have gone to Senegal, we've gone to Uganda, we've gone to Kenya. We have seen how it has empowered families, how it has empowered especially those with disabilities in third world countries. Yeah. It's not viewed the same as it is here.
Yeah.
It's more like you're an outcast.
Very much.
And those things. So just imagine what you have given to those communities that can be able now to go to the market
Yeah.
and sell what they have grown, because the society there has told them they can't do anything,
Yeah.
that they're not valuable, that they're not contributing to the society. And DIG has given them an opportunity. Everybody wants to feel wanted. I don't care who you are, you know, what you're doing, where you are in your life. Everybody wants to feel that they are important and that they matter.
Yeah, for me, so much of this work comes down, you know, DIG always says, like, it all comes down to food. Whether you're interested in education, healthcare, whether you're interested in the climate, we can make a huge impact just by focusing on our food. And it's the one thing that really connects us all across the country. And DIG is having a tremendous impact. And somebody asked me at the beginning of the pandemic if I was worried if DIG was going to survive. And thanks to you guys, I'm not worried if we're going to survive. But I did say that, and I think Lanny helped center this for me, that DIG could shrink down to nothing. Like, the work that we're doing goes on long after we're gone. We don't train farmers over and over and over. We're not a fixture in the community. We work with our farmers. We get them to a point where they are completely independent on their own without further investment from you guys or from us. And if we had to shrink down and close our programs, I would be heartbroken. But we could always come back, because the work that we're doing is self-perpetuating, it's self-scaling, it goes on without us. So I'm grateful to all of you who have shown up for this event and who show up year after year to make sure that we don't have to shrink down, but for you to know that your investment it's something that it continues to grow, and I'm so grateful for that.
But Sarah, you touched on something very important right now. This is why DIG is different. This is why I've been here the past 3 years. Like you said, you go to the communities, you give them the skill, but the skill doesn't die.
No.
It stays there. They pass it down to other people in their tribe, other people in their community, and they're sharing it with other people in their community. And that's what this is, sharing and connecting people with food. And COVID, I don't know for you, but for me, COVID has really changed a lot of things. It helped me prioritize what's important. It's caused us to slow down, though, but on a serious note, it's caused us to slow down, put the phones down, and do those things that we did not used to do, as in, like, sit down at the table, gather around food, talk, have community. Yes, we would love to see you all in Atlanta. Yes, we would love to see you guys out on the West Coast, but COVID has caused us all to come here for the first time all together, and with this community and the conversations that we're going to have in the after party, which will be after this, is something that we could not have done without the pandemic. So there's some I guess some high points,
some lemonade,
as we can say. Yes,
some lemonade.
I feel like Beyonce with the lemonade, but that's a whole other story. I've got good news to share. We're at $140,000 and 361.
Thank you, Will, Durrett, and Sawyer.
Yes,
we're excited
thank
for you to move to Atlanta.
And Delphine, is that right? No, that's not right? Okay, well, thank you. Look, let folks rely. But we really do appreciate you all. The giving doesn't stop, so that link will still be active. It'll still be live. Feel free, like I said again, to text the word DIG to 44321. That's 44321. Text the word DIG. Yes, we've talked about $5,000 gardens. We've talked about $1,000 donations, but if that's not in your wheelhouse, we understand. We'll take whatever works for you.
$147,000.
Oh wow! Oh, okay. You know what that makes me do.
No,
That's like getting me so hype right now.
She's gonna make me stay up here.
We're gonna hit 150. Sarah, come on. We're $3,000. We're $3,000 away from reaching our goal this year. $150,000. I think it can be done. It can be done.
We're gonna sweat it
Now
out. We can do this. We can do this.
It out. Drink some more of your Saint Germain, okay?
I know all of you watching
tomorrow
in Joe's party on Port. I think that was the Porch Light spot. You know, you can just. Who do you have? Oh, Danielle Bernstein out in Seattle. Thank you so much, Danielle. One of our Atlanta people we lost to the West Coast, but still loves DIG and takes us with her where she goes.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And also, too, this link will still be active, correct?
It will be active through the end of the year until,
So I encourage you, okay, to share this link with your friends. If they hear you talking about DIG and go, really, what is DIG? What is DIG really doing? You can show them this link. Go ahead and share it. And then they can see the work that DIG is doing. That's what makes DIG so different is you actually see the work.
You see the work.
You see the work.
The other thing I just want to say again that I love, that part of what keeps me going 14 years later, which I had no idea I was saying yes to when Steve asked me to do this with him, is the community that comes around DIG.
Yeah.
The people who are a part of this community and donate and share it. It's so special, and you have to be a part of it to really understand the texture of that community. It's really special. Oh my gosh, we did it!
I didn't mean to cut you off, Sarah.
We can close
Thank you
this out. My
so
goodness.
much. Sarah's like, can we still stay on camera? Guys, we have not only reached our goal, we have passed our goal.
That's amazing.
Doesn't mean stop though. We have passed our goal. We're at $152,010. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you guys kind of pivoting, adapting with us. I don't know if we started something, Sarah. I don't know. This is kind of fun.
I don't know.
Sarah's
Is
in front
it
of the
fun?
camera.
I don't know
We've
if it's
had
fun.
over 356 donors
Wow.
tonight. We appreciate
Wow.
you guys
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
This has just been fun. Again, the DIG community, being
Thank
able to
you.
pivot with us, being able to join us here tonight. We really
amazing.
do appreciate you guys, and big thanks to all of our chefs.
Yeah, Katrina
for being a
Brink,
part.
Tiffany Barrier, Philip
Yes.
Ashley. Thank you, Captain Notepad, Sandra
Yes.
Main, Trinity Anglican Church. Again, a big shout out to Marshall Protzman, David Tauster, Beth Pan and David Perry. Thank
Yes.
you guys so much. My parents who are watching my children, guys, you guys probably need to go to bed. Don't give Gammy and Chief a hard time.
I'm here for the chocolate.
Thank you all
Yeah.
so much. And I really do hope you'll join us for the after party. There was no way to have a platform where you could talk back to us in this event, but the Zoom after party will be super casual. Madison's going to join us. Katrina's going to be there. I'll be there. Noah and Lauren will be there. We just want to visit. So join us and just know how grateful we are. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you
much.
again. Don't forget to follow DIG to see everything that they're doing. You can check them out on Instagram at Reap Life Dig. Also, share the text to give to. Text the word DIG to 44321. We appreciate you guys. Keep sending us pictures. We're putting those up as much as we can.
They'll
but
be up, I'm sure. Lauren's really good. She's our Christmas self. She'll
Lauren,
get 'em up
thank
like
you
that.
so much. And
Lauren.
also, hashtag cocktails and castoffs. It's been a crazy 2020, but
Crazy.
an amazing one. We reached our goals, Sarah.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
amazing.
I'm
Thank you so
happy.
much, and thank you, Madison James, for
I'm
doing
here
this with me.
anytime.